in my, when I'm getting new monsters and everything. That's why that is. I've played through this a couple times. Yeah, and I didn't want to go through all the crap of unlocking that. So, first day, let's get started. Now, a thing to know. I have never finished this game. This game takes a long time to finish. But I want to change that. Here we go. Hello, X. I give you a warm welcome to Lobotomy Corporation. I am Angela, your advisor and secretary. My role as an AI is to assist you in adjusting to your new workplace. So please, have no worry in speaking with me or asking any questions. I'm not going to say anything about Angela yet, but, I don't know if you... I don't want to spoil stuff early on. Some of you haven't played the game yet. I honestly quite like my name. How do you feel about yours? There's actually a sequel to this game out right now. I could play that too, but starting that over is way more of a pain in the ass. I was born from one of the wings of the world. It signifies that I am one of the best to exist in this age. And you're incredibly humble. Ah, I know what you must be thinking. Your eyes show that you think I look too human to be an AI, am I wrong? However, there is a great difference between us. I am bound here. I cannot go wherever I please like you do. I may be able to operate the systems of this corporation to open a door or prepare a cup of coffee for you, but I cannot take a step outside of this building to bask in the sunlight or feel the gentle breeze. Now, in regards to my appearance, as you can see, the color of my hair is that of morning sky after a light shower. The tone and shape of my voice is taken from the wisest person in the world. Lastly, my face is picturesque of the person who had the most beautiful smile. Goddamn, like, fucking narcissistic girl over here, just like, yeah, I'm one of the best people to exist. I'm so good looking. I sound like the smartest person. God fucking damn you, Angela. Haha, don't worry, that was a joke. There can be no such person on this earth. My appearance was designed with attractiveness to the largest number of people possible in mind. If the way I look is pleasing to your eye, then I'm working as intended. Moving on, artificial intelligence is much more efficient in comparison to humans in terms of multitasking. Just a forewarning, there's going to be a fair amount of text in all of this, so... I'm the best in a majority of work fields. I'm able to handle the work of several dozen people at once. Fuck, I'm jealous. I can hardly handle the work of one person at once. I'm certain many people have lost their jobs because of me. It's such a shame. Well, enough with introductions. Is there anything you would like to know? Tell me about the company. That is not a bad thing to ask about. Let me put it this way. Your world is constantly growing and the demand for energy is exponentially increasing as technologies advance. All conventional energy sources combined could not sustain the world further. In search of a solution, we happened to stumble upon mysterious beings whom we dubbed abnormalities. Then we figured out that energy could be harvested from these abnormalities via a special method. To isolate them in a controlled environment, and then to harvest energy from them. Our corporation became one of the wings of the world, this discovery that benefits humanity in two ways. Once you are fully placed into the role as the manager, you'll be able to access all current information on the abnormalities from the encyclopedia. It's very important that you know and understand these beings well to be successful in your position. Or we could just breeze through it and hope we don't lose too many employees. For now, the encyclopedia's pages lay blank, but it will be filled out little by little. That's where you're wrong. I've played this game before, so I already have entries. Don't concern yourself too much with it. It is the task of your subordinates to pin it. You have joined the company in an opportune moment, by the way. Lobotomy Corporation is always looking for ways to improve its harvesting processes. Our systems are continually updated to support this. Speaking of which, there was a new update to the system right before you arrived. That means the working conditions have been improved upon compared to those of your predecessors. Think of it as a small welcoming gift. Given what we have to do in this game, I'd hate to think of what the old people had to work with. Best of luck for us. I was just about to mention you. You don't understand the concept of patience, do you? Not really. No. Oh, pardon my manners, manager. I was talking to one of the other AIs that work here. I should introduce her to you. Our facility's a huge one, and even I would have trouble managing it on my own, so someone determined that there should be an AI to assume head control of each department. If I were to be considered the cerebrum, they would be the cerebellum. Naturally, of course, I should be your most trustworthy and capable companion among all of the AIs. Yeah, about that. Well then, shall we greet her now? The memories of all the Sapira are synchronized. Alright, starting our first department, let's go! Oh crap. Oh man, I have my chat window right over the thing I need to press. Okay. Let's see what employees we end up with this round. We've got Cedric and Tim and Hannah. Alright. This is going to be our control team for now. Now basically these departments don't do anything special. Each one holds 4 abnormalities. The employees in them level up by doing work, or you can spend points to improve them. I'm going to do some of that right now. I don't have any lob point. Okay. You can also equip them with stuff. You make these by working with the abnormalities enough. Basically you've got weapons and armor. Now this isn't just a management game, you're going to be ending up doing some combat at some point. So let's get these guys some equipment. There's a lot of good stuff here from my other playthroughs, but I can't actually use most of it because you need stats to do it. Let's see, this is the starting one. For being the first armor you get, it's pretty good. They all have different stats basically. So there's red damage, white damage, black damage, and pale damage. Now each armor has different resistances for each damage type. This one, it's your starting armor. It's not that strong, but it's pretty good as far as covering your bases goes. This one endures all damage types except pale. And these little numbers, this just shows you how much of the damage actually goes through. It's about 90% of red damage, 80% of white damage, 90% of black damage, and double on pale damage. This is the case for most suits, actually. But okay, that's that out of the way. Now, giving your employees weapons is a delicate process. You need to make the right choices because different abnormalities have different weaknesses as far as damage types go. So you want to cover your bases well. Usually if I have 3, I'll just do red, white, and black. So, you see right here, I actually want to equip this gun, but I can't do it because I need temperance too. The employees all have stats. You got fortitude, prudence, temperance, justice. All of these respond to different things. Fortitude's your max health, prudence is your max sanity. That'll come into play later. Temperance is your work success and speed. And justice is your attack and movement speed. Also stupidly expensive for some reason. Like if you want to upgrade that, that's going to cost you. Alright, that's enough explanations for now. Let's get into our first day. Alright, this one is going to be stupidly easy. We only have one abnormality. Everything about it's already revealed. I'm just going to put this on fast forward. Yeah, and we don't actually have to collect much energy, so this isn't going to be a big deal. Let's see, we only need 15. Now, another interesting thing. Whenever you do work with a certain abnormality, you'll see each of these are colored. They respond to not only the damage types, but the stats as well. So you do instinct work, you gain fortitude, do insight work. Fuck, what are the stat names? You get prudence, do attachment work, you get temperance, repression work, you get justice. You can also upgrade them manually, and honestly, I don't get my employees to level up through work enough, and I think I suffer for that, so I'm going to try and do differently this round. Now, to actually get the true ending of this game, you need 100% abnormality dissolution. Basically, you need to unlock all of the abnormalities and complete their information 100%. So, normally, when you get a new anomaly, all of this is blacked out, and you need to get what are called PE boxes. These little things I get for working with him. To unlock it. Like I said, a lot of my progress is carried over, just because there's enough crap I have to unlock anyhow. I don't want to do all that again. Anyway, when we get new ones I haven't worked with before, we'll actually know nothing about them and we've got to test them blind. And that's not as simple as it looks. Oftentimes there's a unique catch, like this one basically does nothing. Restores employees' sanity after the maximum number of PE boxes was produced with one sin and hundreds of good deeds. It restored the mental health of every employee in the department. Yeah, literally no bad sides here. Alright, so that's day 1 down. We get points at the end of each day, more if you do better. Oh man, I've played this game a lot of times, so... Oh, okay. Yeah, after you complete a day, 90% of the time, sometimes you don't. I'm not 100% sure why. You choose a new abnormality, so we've actually unlocked all of these. And if you know what you're picking, it pays to choose wisely, because some of these get really annoying after time. But I do want to keep things interesting, so I'll go with a little bit of a harder one. Face the fear, build the future. That is the motto of our founder, the one whom we refer to as A. Tell me, if you had to choose one, what part of that motto do you prefer? I'd say build the future. The future is inevitable, but ever undecided. One may simply lie atop the sand of the future, or they may shape it with purpose. Lobotomy Corporation is an innovative company. The harvesting technologies we have discovered are such a... Please excuse my lack of vocabulary. Whew, feel you there, Angela. It's simply remarkable. These technologies could be the salvation of mankind. With these, we will mold the future, creating brand new paths. Is that how you spell mold? I know this game's translated, but that just looks off to me. Okay. Day 2, let's get this done. Okay, so here's the thing. We can hire a new employee, or we can bolster the ones we already have. Let me see. They didn't do much work yesterday, so they didn't actually level up much. Or at all. Alright, let's see. Rhea. Okay. Now, as of right now, I don't think anyone's actually really watching. But, if I actually do get an audience and you guys want characters named after you, that's something I'll do. But for now, we're just going to go with the default stuff. I don't want to mess around with customization too much for the moment, because that actually does cost you more points. Oh crap, I didn't have a slot. Oh well. Haru, you can come in later. Who knows, we may have an opening if somebody dies. Now, luckily, we do have enough of these for the whole department to wear. When you get into better armors, there's strengths as well as drawbacks. Like, this one, you only take like 60% of red damage, but you'll take 130% of white damage. However, you do take less on pale damage, so it's a trade-off, you know. Ideally, you want to have people in certain departments where they're likely to encounter certain abnormalities prepared for it. Like, if the only escaping abnormality does red damage, this is a good choice, because I don't have to worry about them taking white damage. There are events and crap you want to prepare for. There's a lot of technical crap in this game, but I'm just going to get into this. Okay, second abnormality we've got. When abnormality other than Old Lady was worked with, the Quill-Off counter lowered. Fuck. That's the thing I hate, like, every time I want to talk about something I have to explain something else. So basically, this right here is a Quill-Off counter? Or Quilfoff counter? Fuck. How the hell do you pronounce that? Okay, it's a countdown timer. Basically, when certain conditions are met, that will lower. And once it hits 0, usually something bad happens. Okay, so in the case of this one, whenever we work with any kind of other abnormality, that counter gets lowered. Now, when it reaches 0, it fills with fog. Okay, when the Solitude piled up, it stuck to Laverne when they entered the containment unit. Daniel had to deal with the continuous white damage until the Solitude eventually fell off. Until it was gone, they could not move or do any work. So basically, if we work with anything else, this number gets lower. When it reaches 0, we get a giant cloud of black stuff in there. And when that happens, if you send anyone in, once they come out, they'll take continuous white damage for a while. So obviously, we don't want that to happen. So for now, I'm going to send people in here to do attachment work. Hopefully I'm not going to regret that decision, because you actually take, whenever this is filling up, for every red bar you take damage of a corresponding type, and these guys are all level 1, so they're not going to take a whole lot of damage. Now, these ratings right here, they're basically like the SCP ratings. You've got like Zane, Teth, Wa, HE, and Aleph. And they're like, you know, safe, Euclid, Keter, whatever. The higher up they go and the more potential energy, the more dangerous whatever you're working with is. So if we eventually get into Aleph stuff, that's going to be, like, even if you've got level 5 employees, that's going to be hard to work with. Okay, I'm going to try and get everyone in here. Do some work and possibly level up. Now, you also have EGO gifts. Just like this, basically a random piece of equipment that you get for working with the abnormality. You see right here, 8% acquisition, and they all have different buffs. Some have drawbacks as well, but this is actually a really good one, so I do want to get this for as many members of this department as I can. This is work success rate +3 and work speed +3. Both very good things. So yeah, on top of that, this countdown right here, as it goes up, one of two things will happen. You get a little number next to it, and when that goes off, that many abnormalities will need to be worked with, or else they'll escape if they do. If they don't, you just lose energy. Or you get an ordeal. I'm not going to go too much into detail with those, but that's where some of the combat comes in. So, okay, Tim, it's your turn. Get in there. Go work with the creepy old lady. This is when we learn who's going to be helpful throughout the run. Tim's doing good so far. Yeah, I just need to make sure I actually turned my mic back on. Because that would suck if I thought I was talking this whole time and I wasn't. Alright, Tim did pretty good. Sorry, just taking a sip of water. Okay. Hannah, your turn. Okay, on this one we should get our first, Quilfoth meltdown? Cliffoth? How the fuck do you say that? Okay, so this kind of sucks, because right after we send Hannah in there to work with her, we're gonna have to send someone else back in to do it again. I mean, we're gonna do it oh, actually, no. We'll have collected enough energy by then, it won't matter. You don't have to end the day, you can stick around. I'm probably going to do that just so I can send, what's... Rhea. Yeah, Rhea, you're going in there so you can get the level up. This is a higher level abnormality, so I think they'll get a skill level from it. And that's in Temperance, and that's... As far as work's concerned, that's the best stat, because you do want to have Fortitude and Prudence, but if you have Temperance, you're less likely to make mistakes and need higher health and sanity in the first place. And also, as time goes on, making mistakes can be pretty costly. Like, there are abnormalities, if you don't get a good work result, like so much energy or more, then they might break out and cause a lot of fucking problems. So, alright, that's day 2. Everyone's alive, we got our 3 points. Ooh, okay. So, I know what all of these do, and I could take the easy one, or I could take the really shitty one. I'm gonna take the shitty one. Greetings, manager. It marks 3 days now that you have worked here. The number 3 is a mysterious one. In Age of Old Fables, it was common for a mysterious entity to appear and tell the protagonist to utter 3 wishes. Sadly, I am not a mage or billionaire that can grant your wishes. Yes, the 2 best mystical entities, mages and billionaires. I always thought Jeff Bezos seemed like a fictional creature. However, I do happen to know what your predecessors wished for. There were many aspirations. Common among them was the seeking of some kind of growth. To lead the company to prosperity, to achieve spiritual maturity, you name it. Each wanted to flower in a different way. Which of those 2 would you want? I'm gonna be honest, I'm just here for the paycheck. Come to think of it, there was another manager who gave me such an answer. As you know, spiritual is a rather obsolete term in today's world, so I asked them for the definition of spirit. But then that manager told me. Well, I unfortunately do not recall the details of that conversation. Even an AI cannot store every bit of data. Unnecessary information should be deleted for smooth operation. So you may be asking yourself if your predecessors managed to fulfill their wish. I suppose what happened to the others is not important after all. I do promise to cheer you on for the journey to your final goal, though. See, right now, she seems very nice, but she's really acting like low-key a little bit shady. Kinda sus, Angela. Yeah, these first 3 days are not very eventful, but as things get going, this gets heavy. Okay. Oh, cool. They got the EGO gift. It may only be 8%, but that one's one of the most likely drops, other than that first abnormality we got. I think that one is actually the highest, but it's one of the least useful. Okay, Haru, let's get you some armor. There we go. Now that we have a full department, we can start upgrading some of our employees. For now, a good starting thing is just to give them more health and sanity. Actually, I do have enough to give everyone 1 health boost. I'll do that for now because we have some ordeals coming up, and they're going to need to be able to take some damage. I think that was 4 at 5 employees. I'm forgetting about Haru already. Okay. This one. Basically, how easy or successful you'll be is determined by whatever face it's on. If it's on that face, it's the best result. If it's on that face, you're probably going to lose a low-level employee. Alright, first though, let's work on getting the others that good EGO. Yeah, this EGO gift, it's... Oh, that's actually less than the other one. Yeah, 5%, only 2 sanity points. And it's plus 10% when working with this abnormality. The literal starting one that can't ruin anything, and is already the easiest thing to work with. Real good boost. Okay, yeah, so this one has drawbacks. You get -2 sanity points, but +4 success rate and work speed. So that actually may be worth it in the long run, because 2 sanity points is not that much. Alright, so we're gonna have to time this well. It can jump on you right... Oh, yes, perfect. Yeah, I was gonna say, it can jump on you right before you get in there. And if you don't cancel in time... I haven't actually used this one a lot. You can see, like, with these ones, I already have a ton of PE boxes. But this one, I got it like one time, and I've avoided it since. But yeah, as you can see here, these all, like, most abnormalities like this have a corresponding EGO weapon and armor. And these get really good, but you will need some high-level employees to use them. Alright, let's see, we're making about the same energy with these two. So, yeah, the work type on this one doesn't matter, so if we really wanted to, we could use this to level up certain skills. Let's get Hannah in there, because they have the EGO that increases work speed and success rate. Okay. Don't take your eyes off him, because you could inadvertently send your employee into their death. Okay. Ooh, okay, that's neutral. That's not so bad. Yeah, no matter what, the work result depends on the face. So you can see some of these other ones, they scale with stats. Like if you have higher fortitude, the work gets easier. This one, it's all dependent on whatever face he's sitting behind. I don't know, is that a he? I can't tell. Okay, so, I've got about half the energy. Going to get a meltdown after this, though. Let's get... We're depression because justice is expensive. Yeah, it doesn't matter at all what face he's starting on unless your employee is right there. Because it will change several times in between then. Okay, let's get Cedric. Yeah, after a certain point, after a certain amount of time spent in each department, your employees will eventually become a captain if they're high-leveled. And at that point, they get good stat boosts. Usually, it's whoever's in your first slot, or maybe it's just because I upgrade them the most. Yeah, you'll see as it goes on. But eventually, this guy, Cedric, he'll probably get promoted to captain. Alright, that's day 3 completed. Let's see, okay, yes, Cedric did level up. He's Temperance level 2 now. So that's work speed and success rate increased by 8. And Hannah didn't level up, but just doing the work, they do get a slight boost. So attack speed, movement speed is 20 as opposed to 15. I think you actually do get more lob points if your employees get promoted. So I'm going to try and work on that. Oh, here we go. Ah! This is an unknown one. I'm gonna try not to pick, like, item type abnormalities. They're useful sometimes, but they're hard to work with. And occasionally just not that interesting. This one, though, I know what it does, and it's kind of helpful. Do you take pride in what you do here? As I said, Angela, I'm just here for the paycheck. If not, this recent news will likely change your mind. After your arrival, the rate of energy output has increased by 13%. I really don't feel like I've done anything that special, just like... This is very easy at the moment. If you still don't feel the significance of this figure, then let me add that it's a record-breaking percentage. How the fuck were you guys even in business if, like, what I just did now was groundbreaking? How do you feel? Yeah, fuck it, I can take pride in that. Ever since you began working here, the company has been taking strides in improvement. This means you're performing your role well. This shows that there should only be good news to come. A machine such as myself doesn't flatter easily. It is good to know that you're happy with your work. I remember your face the very first time you came here. You were so withdrawn. Face all gray and grim. That checks out. And you were all nervous about my presence. Fuck, man, they know me. Don't worry, it's okay for you to be happy now. Today's a rather special day. Do you see that bottle of champagne on the table? Allow me to pour you a glass. Shall we toast? Today's occasion is not something as monumental as someone's birthday or the company's day of founding. You lost an employee for the first time yesterday. Yes, let us celebrate. The first of many. In fact, many more shall follow. I'm telling you this just in case you were unexpectedly shocked by the news. They had known the risk from the beginning. The company grows, fertilized by their sacrifices. It's as simple as that. I'm sure they would have felt proud of themselves as they took their final breath. Yeah, I'm sure that's what they're feeling, as some horrible monsters, like, goring them to death, or their friend loses it and goes berserk. I'm sure they were very proud. Accepting their deaths with equanimity would be the greatest respect you can pay them. That is why I popped this bottle of champagne I've kept for so long. 3 cheers for the deceased, in memoriam of their noble sacrifices. I think I'm good. Oh, do you want to save it for later? That's fine. There will be many more occasions on which to toast. She is not kidding. A lot of people are going to die in this playthrough. However, manager, please refrain from drinking alone when I'm not around. No promises. Look, you can toast to my dead employees. You can say low-key suspicious things. but you cannot tell me not to drink alone. I draw the line right there. A toast is only worthy when there's a companion around to clink glasses together. Oh man, Malka. I would say she's one of the best Sapphira, but any Sapphira that's not Angela is one of the best Sapphira. There are some that are better than others, though. As we'll see. I don't know how far I'm going to get in this playthrough, because this game, as the energy amount you need to get gets higher, you do need to invest a lot more time in this. Okay, so this one's pretty simple. Basically, oh, this one actually ties into another abnormality that's in the game. Placing an employee inside the machine will produce energy over time. Yeah, if you can't tell what this does, basically you put someone in there and they take damage over time and you get energy from it. Not a whole lot though, because even if you put like a high level, high fortitude player or employee in there, you're not going to get a whole lot out of it. Actually, I can restart the day. Let's see, Haru, we have a job for you. Crap, imagine you work here and that's your job. Like, hey bud, time to go in the Iron Maiden and produce energy. Okay, nothing yet. Okay. Well, there goes Haru. Once an employee is inside the machine, they will take red damage. They will be unable to leave and will eventually die. Okay. Now that we know that, we're just going to put that in a corner and not use it anymore. Sounds like a plan. Okay. Let's try this one again. I don't need you for anything. That was like one PE box. Okay, let's do attachment here. Who still needs... Okay, everyone but Hannah still needs that EGO. Man, been a while since I last streamed. I never intend to go on such a long hiatus, but it's like you don't think about it. Life just happens, and then you check in your stream, your Twitch one day, and you're like, oh crap, I have literally not streamed in a month. That's probably gonna change though, because I am hitting kind of a block with my YouTube channel. I've got ideas for things I want to work on. I just haven't been feeling the motivation, and this is kind of easier to do. And honestly, like you think about it, I produce like a 10-15 minute YouTube video. That's a couple hours in editing. And, you know, God knows how long I'm recording, so even if I stream for like 4 hours, it's ultimately less time consuming. And I don't have to worry about editing shit and all of that. It's a nice change of pace, you know. Okay, there's that one done. Cedric doesn't have his EGO. We can fix that. I'm trying to play this one differently this time, because I feel like I fall in the same pitfalls every time. Thing is, I just used my highest level employees for all of the work, and I think in the end, that leaves me with weaker employees overall. I need to get more people in there working with abnormalities and leveling up more so I can have a higher overall level of employees. You don't, in the end, get enough... in the end, you don't get enough lob points to upgrade everybody. And by the end of the game, when you're doing the final challenges, you really do need as many level 5 employees as you can get. Okay. Tim? Yeah, Tim's got the EGO now. Let's give Rhea a chance. Yeah, I want to make sure I'm done working with this one before I get to the other ones, because every time I work with something else, the Quill-Off... yeah, I'm just going to call it, Quillfoth? I've called it Quill-Off this whole time. I didn't know I was wrong. I'm just going to refer to it as Quill-Off counter. The Quill-Off counter... The Quill-Off counter here lowers every time we work with something that isn't this abnormality. So I want to try and do all my work with this one first. Get as many people to have that EGO as we can this round. And then I'm going to work on getting everyone this EGO. Yeah, I hear you. Because this one is success rate +4 and work speed +4. This one is success rate +3 and work speed +3, so that's a total of +7. And that's basically a level up. Even when we're level 5, it's like we get a whole extra level of that. Okay, we gotta work with you, actually. Let's get Cedric in there. We have some time here, so it's not going to be too bad, but we can get screwed. Okay, hurry. Oh, no, fuck. Oh, well. That's not that bad. They're going to take damage, but they are our highest level. They're level 2 and they're our highest leveled employee. Oh, hang in there, Cedric. Oh, okay. Okay, he's good. He's good, he's okay. God damn, look at that. Whatever he saw in there was terrible. He's barely hanging on to his sanity. Holy shit. You did good, Cedric. I'd like to say it's over now, but this is only the beginning. Okay, now we can get back to this one. And then, you had a rough go of it. Let's get you working back with the creepy old lady. Geez, when that's an easy task, you've got a pretty shitty job. Like, goddamn, this has got to be one of the worst fictional companies to work for. Like, just from the employee chatter, they apparently are a normal functioning company, but just the crap you have to do. This is very, very minor compared to the later stuff. Ah, I think I have an eye. Oh, that wasn't important anyway. Okay, see, we didn't promote anyone, so we only got half the energy. Yeah, I'm not retrying that. So I don't want to waste any more time on these lower levels. Yeah, I don't think we actually get any new abnormalities for a minute. Our founder A said this to me many a time. Each successful experiment makes you a better person. The greatness of this company was founded on multitudes of trials and hardships. So you too shall become great. Each day in the company is another small experiment towards shaping your life for the better. How has your day been today? Well, of course it was fine. Let's spare the pleasantries, no? Manager, how has your life been? Just gonna say it. I cannot see the color of your life as you do. While I am unable to console you with empty words such as, "That's not true," many things will change while you are here. That much is clear. This is a simple metaphor, but the seed of a tree will not grow just anywhere. It requires fertile soil, the right temperature, and fresh water. However, most seeds fall on barren soil. For those malfallen seeds, stretching out their roots and sprouting even small leaves are challenges full of pain. I cannot provide you with water or sunlight. However, I will do my best to tend the soil. Alright. Last expansion level for this one, and then we can start opening new departments. Now those don't do anything all that special, but as we expand, we get more space for abnormalities, more employees, and the game just gets a little bit more complex as you go on. Oh fuck, 9 lob points, hell yeah. Alright, let's boost up these employees. Okay, if I've learned anything from yesterday, he could use a little more sanity. Alright. I want to try and get everyone up here to level 2. Okay, I have 6 points. I need to upgrade 3 more employees. Yeah. I've got enough. Except, sorry, Haru, you're just going to be at a disadvantage. You're like the youngest. You get whatever's left that everyone else didn't take. Okay. So, I'm going to work on getting everyone the EGO. That's a really high drop rate, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Alright, so attachment. Start with Cedric. Fast forward, because this takes time otherwise. This is actually a pretty good starting abnormality. Like, a lot of these are a problem if you get them fresh and you don't know anything about them. But as long as you know how to reliably work with everything, it's really not that big of an issue. Especially this one, it's only Teth. Like, these are a little bit tricky, but honestly, there's not a big risk involved. Okay, Cedric didn't get that. Let's give Rhea a chance. Raya. How do you say that? I don't know. Game's not really on until we get Bong Bong. I know, and it's tradition. Every time I play this game, I make my own, like, OC employee. I call him Retro, and I may or may not spend extra points on him just so he's extra badass. Okay, your turn, Haru. Go talk to the creepy old lady. Fuck, this is like the only thing we do. We're that company that gets its energy from talking to the creepy old lady. If you think this is bad, there's a lot more to come. Like, shit's going to get fucking crazy. Like, there are late game abnormalities that can just fuck your entire facility if they get out. Okay, Cedric, your turn again. Okay, meltdown. Why is it always this one? Why is it this motherfucker who causes me the most trouble? Alright. Get in there, Tim. Okay, hurry up, please. Yeah, that's not a huge deal. Oh, crap. Oh, crap, okay. Hang in there, Tim. You'll be alright. Jeez. Barely hanging in there, and he still walks away. Like a champ. I don't know, I can't tell anyone's gender in this game. Yeah, no idea. His name's Tim, I'm gonna assume he's male. Oh, hey, Tree of Life in the background. I never noticed that. Thing about this, the facility, each department is named after a branch on the Tree of Life. So, this one, it's Sapphira's Malkuth. That's one of the branches on the Tree of Life. So on and so forth. I don't actually know them off the top of my head. Okay. Let's see. We did... Okay, yeah, we did Cedric, so go Rhea, your turn again. I'm trying to get as many people in there to work as possible so I can level them up. The hell do you have plus 10 movement speed from? Oh. That's... Each department has a bonus. This one, for now, movement speed plus 5. And if they become a captain, it's a stronger bonus. Let me see, Cedric. No, he's not the captain yet. Okay. Rhea just went, now it's Haru's turn. Like, I know this is absolutely just gripping to watch, but like, this is what the early game is like. Honestly, it's not all that interesting when you're first starting out, especially if you know the abnormalities. Maybe shouldn't have done that, but I am trying to work towards the true ending here, so, you know, I really don't want to set aside more work for myself. Alright, Haru just went. Cedric back in there, and that should be our last run for the day. After that, we get to open a new department and get a new abnormality. I wonder what the limits are and how early you can get something absolutely stupid powerful. Like, I wonder if I can get an Aleph next turn. Obviously, I don't actually want to, but I mean... I wonder, could you get something that stupid overpowered that early? See, I can't actually read the numbers on the energy bar. I've got my recent events up there. Okay.